Hello and welcome to Geekatplay Studio Tutorials. In this tutorials, we'll look on how to animate lights. Example, what's happening when we're creating lights. Let's just create a simple light source. And this is point light. And sometimes maybe I want to change intensity of my light source. And normally it's actually do very easy. We just need to have a timeline. We add keyframe. We'll take our lights. Let's move it about 1 second. We'll add another keyframe and we'll just go ahead and properties of our light. Okay, so actually right here I want to add to this one and I'll just decrease it. So you can notice now when we start moving, you can see even in our preview window how our lights is increasing or decreasing. This is the fastest and simplest way to animate by using properties of the power. You also can animate other properties, and best way to find what properties you can animate for the light, we just go ahead, extend it, options, okay, point light, and right here you can see we can animate positions, we can animate colors, RGB colors, power, softness, and also pivot point for our lights. So if you have any questions what properties you can animate it, you just can extend your object in a Windows and you can kind of going over and see which options is available. There also, let's click on a power. Right here we have our actual spine line. You can see how our power is animated, but sometimes if you want animated differently, you always can add additional points and just modify by hand. So example, this case, power will go a little bit down, flickering a little bit up, and dim. So again, you can see when we're done how is our power kind of dimming and going down. Okay, other ways you can also animate your lights by apply function. Okay, let's click enable function and we can preload it. From preloaded functions, we also have it time spine lines, and right here we have it example random. The random is actually a very interesting function. You can see how it's instantly applied. In this case, it will allow our lights to flickering. Okay, beside the power, remember you always can just take colors. Okay, and we can same ways we can apply different type of function just to specific color. So the color will be changing. For example, for this overall, we can take as blue. We can modify the blue color. Okay, and we can adjust all other options as well in this case. Okay, so let me show you one other things. What's happening? Let me create new one. We have options and properties. They can we modify for our light source. Okay, what about area light? So let's go ahead and select. We'll select our area light at this time. And for example, if I want change power or some other animation, so we'll go ahead, enable our animation timeline, and we'll just add a key frame for this object. We'll go to our power, but you notice we don't have it. So what's happening for the area lights, we have no control. We cannot actually animate power for our area light. In this case, you kind of need it. Give it a little trick and what I done and some animations. I actually created additional light sources and I placed them around this area and I animated those sources to create my own kind of looking power to control power and intensity of the area lights. And also beside those area lights you can create your own by creating, for example, cube, Okay, so okay, in this area we'll go ahead, work with properties. Okay, let's go to set total white light. And you can modify animated, create your own by working with luminosity. So example, right here we have luminosity 0 on this item. We'll go add keyframe. Actually, let's go here. So we'll move slightly ahead, maybe to 1 second. We'll add another keyframe. We'll go to material and we pop up luminosity all the way. It's also asked us if we want animate materials. Yes, we want in this case. And you can see in the preview how our materials start producing lights. The one thing, if you're going to preview this material, okay, let me just select in your normal Windows preview, you won't see it till you this example, so we don't see actual lights going. We need to switch to global radiosity. So in that case, it will, and let's switch to the final. So in that case, the lights will calculate it properly when it's bounced, so our lights will start affect our objects. So here's kind of a little bit withdraw with this. So it depends how you like to do, how you like to animate your area lights. But overall, again, you can create your own, and by using the luminosity inside your material, you can produce the lights from this. You can also fake by using different lights around and just maybe using those lights. In some cases, what I did, I actually created when I need to create neon tube lights. What I did, I created a cylinder. Okay, I also got inside material and I created transparency. Okay, let's increase Mercury and set about 133. Okay, so you have your tube inside this one. I just put it few source lights. And created kind of lights going from this point. Again, we make them invisible, but overall it's the kind of idea how I created neon lights. Again, we can go inside this cylinder and maybe modify a little bit less on transparency. If you want very good result, you want to probably use a translucency and set deep on use and also multiply. Just adjust a few settings, but in that case it will be great result, but it will take much longer to render. But with those effects set, translucency and light source, you actually do have it very realistically looking kind of neon light, and you can see right here. So we're producing lights from our tube right here. And again, because we're using transparency and translucency, we have this nice effect like true neon tube with actual light distributing with plasma glowing inside. Again, this is a little bit about lighting, but we'll look about animation. So to do this, we'll just select those two lights. We can group them together. In that case, it will be easier to work with them. We can move right here and again, let's go to our light. And we can apply. Okay, let me add keyframe to this light and keyframe to another light. Okay, we can go inside the power, and you remember we can modify the settings. Okay, let's go to the last frame. Okay, we're right here. We'll go to the power and we can actually decrease lights on them. zoom out, zoom back in on this one, or we just can go ahead and preload the flickering on both of them. Okay, so at this point you can see our lights start flickering. So you can have like true neon light when it starts flickering. So you can place it inside the hallways, those neon lights, and you can make them flicker. But overall, here is how you can distribute light in an area light and how you can animate lights inside your area lights objects. Okay, thank you for watching this tutorial from Geekatplay Studio. Please remember, visit us on the web is www.geekatplay.com.